Hi, my name is Tyvis Powell, former Ohio State Buckeye and national champion DB. Welcome to the Buckeye Cast. These guys was born and bred in the Buckeye State, and they like to talk Buckeye football and drink bourbon. Subscribe to the show. Now pour up a drink and pull up a stool. Here's your host, Joe Warwick. Get him, Joe.
All right, folks, we are back. Yes, we made it. I'm alive, coming to you from the jungles of Tulum, Mexico. You know what there are a lot of in jungles, Jeff and Sean?
Tourists.
Mosquitoes. Lots
Snakes.
and lots of mosquitoes. So yeah. But I found that I can poison them indirectly by drinking a lot of alcohol and secreting that through my sweat glands.
Ooh, you're secreting?
Yeah, a little bit. Doesn't everybody in Mexico? Isn't that like what you do?
Take your
Okay.
word for it.
All right, guys. You guys tired or something? It's only 7 o'clock for I am.
27. Yeah, we're ready, Joe.
All right. Jeff's in a good mood, too.
Let's go.
I got a ton of clips for you guys. Do we need to recap any games from last week? Any big losses? I mean, we had some pretty big teams go down. All right, let's break the ice there. Folks, before we get started here, as you know, please do your shopping on thebuckeyecast.com. Everything is still on sale. I'm going to extend that through this week. So get in there, get yourself something. There's so many good shirt designs in there. It's kind of scary. Hats, hoodies, quarter zips, all the stuff. TheBuckeyecast.com, and share the show with your friend. Share the website with a friend too. Like, subscribe, all the good shit. We are live on YouTube and X. We're on X, Sean.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah, I know. Huge fan. This is our typical Monday night show. You're not. No, you're not in the Twilight Zone. This is Tuesday night, but we're typically on a Monday night at 8 p.m. So apologies for the delays. Travel was hell. I spent 9 hours in the Tampa airport yesterday, so yeah, it sounds as bad as it was. Anyway, I got a question for the chat. I already popped it in there. So if you're joining, please leave a comment and question, whatever you want. Who was your MVP of the Wisconsin game? That's what I want to know from listeners, viewers, fans, all the people. We will answer that. I already been drinking. Sorry, guys. But I'm sure it doesn't measure up to what you guys have in your system. Anyway, let's talk some games here from last week. I know it's been a few days, and we might be a little behind, but let's go to Sean. What game? How about an upset? Give me an upset that you.
Yeah, no. It started out Friday night. Was watching that Miami Louisville game.
Me too. Yeah.
No, that was great. I had the short list. Going into 2 weeks ago, my short list was basically Ohio State, Oregon, and Miami. Then I replaced Oregon with Indiana, obviously. And now Miami got bounced, and it's lonely at the top. The king sits there still. Everybody comes and goes.
Yep.
Buckeye's been perched up there all year.
It is enjoyable.
Well, I mean,
was a good game.
I watched most of that game, and
Carson Beck, you knew he had it in him, throwing 4 picks.
I know.
Jeff. Carson Beck has the eyes of a goat. Does he not?
He's odd looking. I don't like anything about him. I don't like anything about that kid. Personal, physical, anything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know.
He has a punchable face.
There's just, anything you read about him, no redeeming qualities, in my opinion. That I can tell. I don't know. Maybe he's a good dude.
He did land a Cavender.
Nobody talks about him being a good dude.
He landed a Cavender.
And he promptly fucked it up.
Yep, he did.
She got to know him.
Clearly.
4 picks though, and you
Yeah.
know, pretty
They were
much
bad.
sealed it.
They were bad
with the
picks.
pick. They were. A couple of them were.
I'll tell you what, that was a really thrilling game to watch though, because it was back and forth. Louisville tried to give Miami the game a couple times. Miami said no. We want you to stick around. Here you go back. It was a good game though. Louisville's got a receiver that looks like
Bell.
He looks like Jeremiah Smith, but not as fast. And funny how Miami made him look that way, but what's his name? Bell. Yep. I think he got a lot of. I think there was a lot of scouts watching. A lot of scouts there watching some of those Miami D linemen, and they said, "Oh, wait, Louisville's got a guy here." I think he maybe turned some heads that night.
Which, by the way, that Miami D line didn't show up. They had one sack, and that was from Keontae Scott.
Safety. Yeah.
Yep. But
are those guys just a little bit overrated?
Exactly. That's what I was going to ask. The question is have they been feasting on some garbage teams, or are they actually good? I mean, Ruben Bain had 1 tackle, no TFLs, no sacks.
And they say that guy's average is like a PFF grade of like 89 or 90. He's averaging per game.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best in the country.
But I mean, I know one of our guys kills him in stats. But
yeah, he has just 2 sacks on the year. But where's his TFLs? Why don't you guys have his TFLs here? That would be more useful. Anyway, ESPN doesn't have his TFLs. That's what I get.
Miami couldn't run the ball against Louisville. They 63 yards. 63 yards.
That's what Mario wants to do. He wants to be physical and pound you. But if you shut that down.
Well, and they couldn't run. 2.6 yard per carry. Now that Malachi Toney, he looks the part. That dude's electric. But I mean that. You know, not to get ahead of the good, bad, and ugly, but you want to talk about ugly. That fuck up he did over there. What are you doing, kid? Put the ball away. What are you doing? I mean, he totally.
Was it a reverse pass, or was that? What was that?
Yeah, and then he pulled it out and couldn't get it back, and the dude's on him, and then fumbles. And
what are you calling that play for? In that instance, what are you calling that play for?
That was terrible.
Jesus. I mean, just decision making. You're asking for something like that to happen, putting those kids in that spot.
Right.
Not the time and place. Not it.
But
my opinion.
Well, I think it's all coaching, Jeff.
Yeah. Me too.
Not the head coach. Not the head coach. I'm saying the position coach. Like, they have to practice that throughout the week. And if the kid is not, I don't know, maybe he just fucked up in the game, in live bullets flying, but. If the guy is not ready for that position, then you don't do that. Same with the USC game. Do you see that?
Well, the thing is, if it's not there, just pull it down and run. And he panicked. You could just see.
Sure.
He hesitated, and that hesitation caused his worst fears to come true.
Yeah, exactly. But Mark Fletcher, 18 yards rushing, led the team for Miami. Yeah.
Fucking traitor.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan Lyle, another traitor, 5 carries, 15.
Well, we can get the shitty running games because that's coming up.
It's on the docket. What else? Like I mentioned, do you see that USC game? Some of the bullshit play calling in that.
Saw a lot of it, not all.
I watched quite a bit of that myself. What I noticed is more than play calling is USC cannot stop the run at all.
As always.
How'd they do it against Michigan?
Michigan's not that good.
Well, Sean, I would disagree. They're good at running the ball.
I'd say Notre Dame's one of the best at it, though.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they got 2 of the best running backs in the country. That Price kid really impressed me. That's the first time I saw him, really. And that kick return, Jesus Christ. Kid's got some fucking jets. But Jeremiah Love going for 228. Whew. You don't need C.J. Carr to be anything.
He
wasn't. Go ahead.
That's how they can still be dangerous, I think. Getting in a playoff, Notre Dame could still be dangerous because Carr might do enough then if their defense is not getting blown apart, you know what I mean? If the defense keeps them in the games, they can beat a lot of teams.
I agree, Jeff, and I think that was a huge game. I was pulling for USC because to me, basically, barring a huge screw up, Notre Dame's in now. They're the first team in. They're going to have 2 years. Look at that schedule. They're not going to be. Yeah, they're not going to lose another game.
I'm not arguing that, but I think. What do you guys think about the rain impacting that game for both teams, especially the offenses?
Sure did. Sure it did, but it's what team is better equipped to handle the rain? The team that runs the ball better.
Yeah. But USC still threw for 328. Now they did throw it 42 times for 22 completions. That's barely 50%.
I'm sure there's a couple times when I saw the ball. I saw just a few plays that where the ball being wet or wet conditions have caused some fuck up. But I'm not saying that weather affected that game in either way. Really, took more for either team. I think Notre Dame's a better team, and I think they proved it.
But I think if CJ Carr can manage the offense, you don't have to put it on his shoulders, then they're good. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, right.
But if CJ Carr needs to make a play, then I'm concerned.
Like he did in the Miami game, where they needed him because they couldn't get the running game going against Miami.
Yeah.
And that was his first first and second start. The kid's gonna be good, I think. I don't know about. I know Love's going after this year. I don't know what class the other kid is, but they're gonna have. They'll probably have more stable running backs coming in. So probably a good, solid quarterback with a solid run game the rest of his career.
Price is a junior, so he's eligible.
He might go.
Yeah. I could check the PFF big board in a minute, but yeah. So, what else? Let's keep moving here.
You want to talk about Nebraska? Nebraska now?
In Minnesota? No, I'm good.
A&M barely getting by. I thought we were going to have another top dog get dropped.
That's true.
They run the rope.
I didn't watch that at all. I watched Ole Miss, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. I had money on Ole Miss. They were getting a few points, and
well, they were getting 7. Wasn't it 7.5? I think it closed at.
It was a close to a touchdown. Yeah.
I thought it was just over a touchdown. I was like, I would have taken Ole Miss with points too, but
yeah.
Arizona State with a big win over Texas Tech. I thought, Texas Tech creeping up those boards.
Yeah, I think that puts Tech back in their place.
Well,
they're starting to spend money and get some dudes at Texas Tech.
They did,
and
I just don't think this is their year yet.
Well, that Big 12 it's jumbled up now. We got Cincinnati, BYU's undefeated. I watched them at Holy War. That was a pretty good game.
I don't watch that. I'm not impressed.
Utah, BYU. BYU.
I don't care for it.
We don't really care for the Holy War?
No, I don't. It doesn't measure, doesn't register with me. I don't care about those two teams. They're not going to have an impact in the playoffs, really. Even if one of them squeaks in.
I was merely talking about the Big 12. I was the only game on. That's why I watched it. I don't care about Utah or BYU either, but BYU being undefeated almost went down to Utah. Right. BYU threat level 0. But that Big 12 is a mess right now, though. We got 4 teams at the top messing around, so it's gonna. I think they're only getting one out.
Thing about the SEC. No.
Yeah. Of course nobody is, but it's going to be interesting to see if the Big 12 comes, is able to get 2. Where we thought at the beginning of the year, there's no way the Big 12 gets 2 teams. There's no chance. But with Clemson taking a shit in the ACC, you're looking at probably Georgia Tech playing Miami for the lone spot. Maybe Georgia Tech, if they played Georgia tough, could get in while losing to Miami, like kind of a la SMU, but I don't know. Big 12 is going to be a mess.
Yeah. Sean, did you see LSU Vandy?
I did not get to watch that, but
the Doors.
I'm certainly glad that happened. I'm
Anchor down.
Big Vandy fan.
That's right.
Big Commodore fan.
Hell yeah. They with Diego.
He's solid as shit, man.
Right, but what are they going to do when he's gone? That's my question.
Yeah, right, they got to budget him up with another guy that's another
Coach
Johnny
don't care.
Manziel.
He's going to take a bigger job. That's
Yeah.
the
But
Penn State job.
is LSU any different than? Fuck, I don't know.
Penn State.
I mean, would you take Michigan or LSU in a game? Neutral field, Michigan or LSU right now?
LSU.
Coin toss.
I haven't watched enough LSU. I
don't know. That's probably a pick 'em.
I take Vandy over both of them.
Oh shit,
Sean.
Yeah, maybe.
Sean, you picked to say LSU means you haven't watched. Really?
No.
So I don't know. I don't know.
So right now, going back to Notre Dame and Jadarian Price, PFF on the big board has him ranked the 116th pick right now. So what is that? Third round?
Fourth,
yeah. But this big board right now,
I don't think you come out to that.
Going back to Miami and Ruben Bain, he is the number 1 overall pick right now.
You come out for that. That's big money. But that kid at 100,
he's a junior.
At 100 something, can probably land himself a cool million and come back and play another year.
Yeah.
And working way himself up to the second round or something.
Yeah.
We'll see, but running backs almost a different position than all others because of the shorter shelf life. So
yeah.
You might want to just get to the money, and just get to that that guaranteed money as fast as you can too.
Yeah. Yeah, keep dropping your questions and comments in the chat, folks. I see Stephen Cherry in there. Hey, Trackside giving us a super chat, $5.
Damn.
I appreciate you, Trackside.
Oh yeah.
We'll pop that up. Let's jump through these right quick. Let's go Trackside with the super chat. Notre Dame fans believing they're going to win it all. Their secondary still sucks.
True.
Thoughts?
Well, they said
what about? Go ahead.
They're talking about that slot guy that was covering USC's receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a slot receiver. I don't know. They said that PFF guys. I was listening to the show after the games.
Yeah.
Moore, I think his last name was. They said he showed himself as a first round pick. The way he shut down USC's slot guy.
Right.
It was supposed to be the best receiver in the country, they say.
What about their safeties?
Freeman scares me. Look, his team plays like, I don't know, they believe in him. He's got some mojo over his teams. I think any Freeman coach team is a scary team that can compete and be in a game and damn near beat anybody. Yeah, they worry me. I was hoping they'd get knocked out. And with that USC loss, 100% they'd have had to have been knocked out. Because you basically played 3 teams on your schedule. You lost all 3 of them. And then, you beat up your regular Armies and Navies and Stanfords. Who gives a shit?
Right. And that's their MO, right? Every year, seems like. So, yeah, thanks to Trackside. We appreciate you. For the super chat, Sean and Jeff, your $1.75 is on the way. Anyway,
awesome.
What else? Oregon went east as far as you could possibly go, almost to Rutgers. I thought that would be a little tighter. But I did enjoy watching that LSU defeat. I got nothing else from this week that really stood out. I don't care about Missouri or Auburn. Hugh Freeze sounds like he's on the hot seat, and he's not getting the vote of confidence that he asked for in the media from his AD, so that sounds even worse.
Spartans didn't get blown out as bad as I thought they were going to, so.
All right.
There's that.
Honey, Sean says that the Spartans didn't get blown out as bad as he thought they would. No response. I think she's pretending to not hear me.
I think most Spartan fans aren't that happy about it. They were hoping for back-to-back beatdowns last week and then this week to escort John Smith out of town.
Okay, let me relay that take. Sean says that most Spartan fans were hoping that they would get beat down again this week and escort Jonathan Smith out of town. Thoughts? Okay, quick thought.
Yeah. Well, let's bring on the pot.
It involves a finger. It involves a finger.
Hey, I'm just saying with some local talk shows up here spewing. Okay. Hey, I wish it weren't so. I spend a lot of money in there in East Lansing.
No, she says you're not wrong though. To support that. All right, so let's get into this Buckeye game. I think we covered the national landscape. We're going to do our good, bad, and ugly, the old GBUs. And this could be any wide-ranging national college football takes. So who wants to go first on the good?
Sean does.
Sean does. Jeff's not ready yet. So, Henry, what do you got for your good this week?
I will go with Shohei Ohtani. If you guys aren't paying attention, this guy is the greatest.
I can't believe you took mine, Sean. You fucking took mine.
To ever play the game. The guy hit 3 dingers the other night and pitched 6 shutout winnings, giving up 2 hits. It's unbelievable what he's doing. I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I cannot help but notice when Babe Ruth is right in front of your face. So Shohei, hats off, brother.
I watched the Blue Jays game last night, by the way, the last 3 innings.
Only you would. Only you watched in the ALCS over the fucking NFL doubleheader Monday Night Football. Only you, Joe. You were the one.
You know why?
Yeah. Well, what about the Seattle fans? The Seattle fans that had to pick between the Seahawks Monday night game and their Mariners playing in ALCS. Like, bad on you, baseball, for getting your ALCS Game 7 buried by Monday Night Football. What's going on tonight? Not a goddamn thing. You can play Game 7 tonight, and then start the World Series still on Friday.
Yeah, we don't have to care about TV ratings. That's bigger problems for other people. All right, so Sean's good was Shohei Ohtani. That's where we're at.
I was going off the board there too, Sean. I can't believe he took it.
All right. Hopefully that'll help the SEO rankings for the show. Okay. Jeff, you're good.
Low hanging fruit. I'm gonna go with our quarterback stat line. That was pretty good. 36 of 42, 294, 296, something like that.
393.
So that's I'm at 390. 394.
86%.
That's not. Yeah. The kid's good. I'm glad we let him show it. He's really good.
That first drive was, were you guys just loving that? And I know you threw out some text there, Joe, but it's like, I'm like, I don't think we're running it ever again. It just boom, boom.
10 in a row. 10 completions in a row. Not just 10 pass plays. 10 completions in a row.
Yeah, 10 for 10 off the rip. Like, that's just demoralizing to a defense. You know?
Well, yeah. Like Ryan Day said after the game, we wanted to put more on Julian's plate.
Yeah.
And he ate it up, right?
Yeah, he's still smashing plates, asking for seconds.
Yeah, the RPO game was on point. Good decisions. I'm sure there's still stuff to work on as far as reads, and probably had a couple missed reads in there, but yeah, I agree. The Sayin stat line is more than good. For my good, shutout. Who can argue with a fucking shutout on D? Second one of the year. This is not a Grambling team. Say what you want about Wisconsin's offense and the troubles and struggles they've gone through over the last few years under Luke, but hey, man, fucking shutout to a Big Ten team. I'll take that.
I think we got another one under our belt coming up. We play teams where
Purdue,
Rutgers,
Michigan, the cheaters. I'm wish casting that.
Even UCLA coming back. It's not like UCLA's looking better, but we theoretically shut any of those teams out.
I'll jump to one of the points I'm going to bring up later, but to emphasize mine on the defense, they had 9 drives. Wisconsin did 6 3-and-outs.
Yeah.
I'm talking drives. The time of possession of these 3-and-outs, 2 minutes, 1 second, 1 minute 55, 1 minute 28, 1 minute 03, 1 minute 06. Jesus. Here's a minute. Get the fuck off the field.
Right. 3 and out. You had your 3. Get out of here.
Those were just the 3 and outs. There was another drive, so 7 punts out of 9 drives forced. And that doesn't include the pick and the turnover on downs in the fourth quarter. Lights out, no doubt. Sean, let's go back around to you for the bad.
The bad.
No baseball references. No more baseball references.
Well, that's too bad because I'm going with Bo Jackson, the baseball player. 2.6 yards per carry average. Not good.
Star from Nintendo's video game.
That's right. So I'm going to stay with the baseball, go Bo Jackson. And no, it's not good enough. Like I said, I don't know if there's just some sophomore growing pains. I know that O-line's not doing terribly well at run blocking. And this is where I've picked Peoples, actually, as a guy I've had my eye on the last few weeks to be that second guy. Right. And he got 0 carries. And it looks like my guy Isaiah West
is I think so.
The one they're going to maybe start, who averaged 6.1, by the way.
Right.
But did get some first half carries. He was in there early, and maybe he's going to be the guy that emerges. I want to see someone else. I don't think Bo's there yet, and can he even get there to be a bell cow? I like having 2.
So Isaiah West is the Michael Jordan of your James Peoples.
Wow.
No. Okay. We lost somebody.
I'm so confused. I'm trying to piece that together.
I'd say Isaiah West is now your James Peoples.
Yes.
You're in love with him, not James Peoples.
I'm not in love with him. I'm in love with whoever wants to step up and do that job.
I feel some love.
I will fall back in love with Peoples, and if someone else wants to step in there and do something, I'm ready to... I'll be switching over to him.
Well, all right. Jeff, what do you got for your bet?
I was gonna say Luke Fickell's fucking job performance. I don't know,
wow.
The state of the program, the state of Wisconsin's program at this point. But I'll go Wisconsin's crowd. Let's go off that.
Yeah.
Their crowd was bad.
You see that stadium? Why they should not have shown the stadium overhead shot.
No more arrows.
Before
no more reviews than this season. It's a direct result of the team's performance. But come on, Whiskey, you get the Buckeyes in town. You fuckers always make it hard on us. You always come out to show. You always,
they're historically bad though now. They've went from being the team in the West. Pretty much, so you could count on being decent to they're absolute trash.
When there was a
West, the divisions killed them.
When there was a West, they had some clout. But the program as a whole, the crowd. I mean, you could wrap it all into one.
Can you even get it back? Who's gonna go? Who are you gonna hire to go get that?
They're not hiring anybody though.
Who's gonna pay to get kids to go there?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. In the preview matchup, the NIL is a train wreck there. So until the former players want to start kicking in some dough, or they find some corporate boosters that have money, I don't know what kind of corporations are in Madison.
The money's not there. Their AD came out. And said, "Please, asking the fans, please, patience." Oh, we know. And he brought up the money that they were spending on on school shit, what they're building, with their renovations for their stadium and all that.
Right.
He said, please be patient with Coach Fickell.
Yeah, they're spending.
That doesn't sound like they're looking
making.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're looking, for donors to chip in.
They're definitely one of these teams, one of these programs that is on board with that private equity bullshit. They need it because they're bleeding.
Short-sighted.
Exactly.
I heard someone bring up a good point where, a lot of these programs, and I'm not sure how Ohio State's works, but they go after the filthy rich alumni, right? And get the big money pouring in because that moves the needle. But I was listening to something else where, there's other average dudes out there that might kick in a few hundred or a few thousand. And those dudes don't even know where to go to do it. You know, it's like I feel like these collectives or this NIL, you know,
they're not organized.
They're just courting a couple big time, you know, whales, and there's so much other low hanging fruit that I think the fans would be happy to participate in. But again, they're going to expect a product that's winning, and they're not trying to burn their money.
Right. Exactly.
I think what you said, Joe, you're right. If they're not it's not organized. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not streamlined.
Look at Ohio State's NIL was a train wreck the first year. Brian Schottenstein was the only one doing it, and he was getting offended when I tweeted at him. He firing back at me, DMing me. I'm like, hey, man, calm down, little guy. You're like 4.5 feet tall.
It was $1 billion.
See, he's going to come after me now. Shit, he's probably listening. Damn it. This is going to get back to him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have billionaires listening to the show, Joe, and you're pissing them off.
I know.
Wrong business plan.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going in the wrong direction, guys. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Let's see. Jeff's bad was Luke Fickell. I'm going to go. I was thinking about going off the board. Really? Can I choose like a conference? Let's go with the SEC.
How about Seattle's relief pitching last night?
Oh, yeah. That was not pretty. Anyway, let's go with the SEC. It's seemingly you guys are a bunch of mediocre clowns that keep getting ranked highly in the AP just on name brand alone. And unfortunately, the rest of the other college football media, like Josh Paste, they're on board, and he's also from the South, so I get it. So you end up with 5 or 6 SEC teams in your top 10 every week, consistently. So I'm saying bad is maybe we need to kind of reset our thinking as a college football sport on what programs are good and what aren't, right? Like maybe an Ole Miss or an A&M don't deserve to be in the top 5. Maybe a Tennessee doesn't deserve to be in the top 10. Things like that. I'm just tired of the LSU, another shining example. 2-2 in the SEC, but hey, they were number 10 last week.
And
they never controlled that game against Vanderbilt.
No.
They never were in control of that game. They were down 17-13 at the half, then got smoked in the second half.
Yeah, but they only had 1 loss. They've got 2 now. They're down to 20. I mean, who?
What do they have to hang their hat on? Not their defense.
Yeah, but you're
the Nuss. I'm saying, you down with the Nuss?
You're at 20. Who are all these good teams you're going to put ahead of them?
I hate the Nuss. I think the Nuss sucks.
Well, yeah, I properly rated maybe now at 20.
But I'm talking going into last week. Like I'm looking at these rankings.
They were 5-1.
Yeah, on based on nothing.
1 loss was undefeated.
Which is the issue with all of these programs. Their 1 win was against Clemson. What's Clemson now? And Florida? I mean, is that a legit win? They just fired their coach. They lost to Ole Miss, the one ranked team that they played. Lost to Vandy, the other ranked team they played.
Well, you're going to see the next 2 weeks they play A&M and then Alabama. So we'll find out.
Doesn't sound like it's going to go well. Anyway, SEC football sucks.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them win one of those games. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I would. Definitely. Let's go to Ugly. We got to make our way through this game. We got 25 minutes to go. Ugly. Sean, back around to you.
Let's go with missed field goal, fielding.
Oh, stop stealing my loins.
Yeah.
Special teams sucks. It's just, it has flashes of brilliance once in a while, but for the most part, it's mediocre and not great. You could call it ugly. But, yeah, good one. That's mine. You stole it.
I am.
Yeah. I mean, BI had a nice return, but then he'll let one bounce and roll down to the inside the 5. Then we'll miss a field goal, like a 38-yarder, and our punter can't seem to hit one over 40. So, I don't know. Jeff, ugly. I'm depressed now.
This is an SEC's quarterback's stat line: 12 of 27 for 132, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. His team won 16-13. I'm talking about the stat line of ugliness. Arch Manning. That kid is not right. He is not good.
Sounds like a week-to-week thing. Like that's his line.
They held on. They held on to beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
16-13.
I was watching that one too.
Good God. He does not look good at all. He looked better last year. Like how did he regress?
You just highlighted another mediocre SEC team. 2 losses, 2-1 in the SEC, but an unranked 2-4 Kentucky team. You have to beat them by a field goal in overtime.
And your clearly preseason number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, they're killing our resume.
Every poll.
They're not helping us.
Not a damn bit.
No, thanks, guys.
Neither is Washington, by the way.
Right.
Look, we don't need any help.
No, when you're the only, undefeated team in the top, that matters anyways, and you're ranked first, it doesn't really matter. I get it, but yeah. We got a bunch of video clips to get into, so I gotta figure out what my ugly is. I think I really want to talk poorly about the SEC, but from what angle? Tough call. All right, let's go to USC. Whatever that play call was by Lincoln Riley. Late in the game. It was like one of those patented Michigan plays where they do like the reverse double pass flea flicker bullshit. So late in the game, that's what you're calling. He called that. It turned into an interception. Shocker. A wide receiver threw an interception. Do you believe it?
Yep. Along the lines of the Miami game, just like horrible choice of play calling.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Mekhi Lemon fumble. That's what I'm thinking of. It was Mekhi Lemon, the receiver. That was in the fourth quarter.
That was a fumble, right?
Yeah. That was dumb. It reminded me of that play by Miami. Anyway.
It's just, I feel like Miami, they're like, oh my gosh, we got this new toy, Tony, and get him the ball as much as possible.
Right.
Which probably isn't a bad thing, but let him focus on what he does, catching the ball and running with the ball, not throwing it and making reads and doing shit like that.
Right. Again, I'm not down with those flea flickers. You notice Ohio State never runs flea flickers and gadget plays like that.
I hate trick plays.
Right. It just tells me that's your most creative thing is to like run a flea flicker. Instead of just,
you know what though? The fans love that shit.
Oh yeah.
The fans love the. Yeah. I hate the trick play.
What do you do?
Yeah, we basically threw the spirit of the game out and we tricked you into something.
Yeah. It rarely works. So, all right, there you go. All right, let's get into this instant reaction. Relatively instant. How instant is 4 days later? Who knows? Who's to say? Buckeyes roll 34-0, another shutout. Second of the year. First Big Ten road shutout since 2017, by the way. Buckeyes are 7-0, heading into a bye week. Probably a good time for that, heading into the back half of the season. And Ryan Day was pumped to talk about the defense in the post game. He said, we've been here 15 minutes and haven't talked about the defense. Let's talk about the defense. So, yeah, I agree. We should talk about the defense. But first, we need to talk about Julian Sayin. Did somebody have me on speakerphone? Because I keep hearing myself. Is that me? Anyway.
I don't hear it.
I just hear myself like a second behind. Offense. Let's talk offense. Julian Sayin, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. He got a shitload of awards this week for his play. What'd we go? Got it right here. 36 of 42, 393, 4 touchdowns. Jeff covered that earlier. 10 in a row to start the game. And just fearless, and surgical. I mean, this guy, the RPO and short passing was perfect almost. I got his passing chart here. From behind the line of scrimmage, 5 of 5 for 25 yards, 0 to 9 yards. He was at 95%, 186 yards, 10 to 19 yards. He was 8 of 8, and even 3 of 6 over 20 yards. So this kind of leads us into the big touchdown by Carnell Tate. We got to show that right now. I got 50 different angles of this, so bear with me. Here we go. This is the all-22 view. Right down the seam. Steps over. Look at where Tate was when he let that one go. Here's from the end zone.
Deep ball accuracy, it's there. Intermediate, it's there. The kid
slides.
He's on
Back.
Yeah, just
look. He threw that back over the seam. Look at where Carnell. Watch his route. Bang. And loses his helmet. Gets it ripped off by a defender, which should have been a penalty or some sort. Or at least he should have been arrested. Here it is again.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Time.
Yeah. Tate is making catches like this in traffic, contested balls in traffic consistently. It's almost a surprise if he doesn't come down with the ball. No matter if it's one defender, two defenders.
Yeah.
I love to see him getting his looks and getting his stats, because he's kind of unsung, last year in our offense. But definitely a great number 2 to Jeremiah.
Love that catch.
He is. He's had some amazing catches this year. This dude is a freak talent. And if it wasn't for Jeremiah Smith, we'd be over the moon about this guy. I mean, I think this podcast already is, but
right.
Who's better than him? And by the numbers, is Jeremiah that much better than him? I don't know. Dude seems to do it all. Makes tough catches, contested catches, gets his feet down. I mean, always the sideline catches, and the guy's
he's
money.
Patented that move. He's patented the sideline toe tap.
You can't even defend that pass. You can't defend that.
It's easy 10. Here's Ryan Day talking about it.
So that was actually going to be Brandon in the slot. But because Brandon was out, we moved Quincy over into the boundary. We moved Carnell to the slot, which he had not run that play in practice one time. He actually ran that play against Purdue as a freshman and got a big play down the middle. And what it was we were running down the field against a coverage where what we call 2 Tampa or tricky, and he stuttered on the tricky player. So it was a stutter on him, and then went by him, and then Julian got pushed off his mark and had to slide, so he was a little late getting it to him. And so he threw a good ball, but it was a little bit late, and so Carnell had to come back and make a contested catch over the defender's head, and I just thought that was a really great catch. Just that's an All-American catch. And so for him to make a play like that early in the game set the tone. But yeah, I mean, those are the things, when you're trying to get it down the field, you got to find double moves. You got to try in as many ways as you can to push it down the field. But yeah, big time throw and catch. Brandon
No
was
doubt.
out,
That
so
was
that
a
was
big
actually going to
time
be Brandon in
throw.
the slot.
Jesus Christ.
Because Brandon was.
Go ahead.
And what he said with getting pushed out with Sayin getting pushed off the spot, like most defenses, that's a win. You know what I mean? You force the quarterback to slide and then get the ball out late to the guy deep, where your guy might have been, might have been beat on the route, but by your line by the blitz, forcing the guy to move over, we just out executed a good execution by Wisconsin there.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about it last week. Julian has that sixth sense where he can feel that pressure. He doesn't have to see it. He just knows it's there. He feels it.
Yeah, his eyes were
step up and
downfield.
slide. Yeah, you keep your eyes downfield and you slide, or you move. Take a few steps, step up in the pocket, whatever it might be. And he's got that. He's got that quality.
Well, and he knew he was going to, kind of heave it down the field. So I feel like he stepped over there so he could step into one. No one's front,
to give him some
clear
space.
throwing.
Yeah.
And like you said, though, but he almost did it naturally without thinking anything else. His eyes were downfield at the receiver. He felt that pressure, slid over, and then boom.
Yeah. He knew he just needed a second to do that too.
Yeah, it looked like the drills that they have. When they're coming up and the guy comes in with like a blocking dummy, and they slide. It looked just like.
Remember the old broom, drill.
But I mean,
them in the legs.
that's all it was. You're right. It was just instinct. It was just like you're running through the drill, and that's what
That's teaching tape. That's teaching tape right there. Here's one of my favorite plays by Julian the other day. Again, stepping up, evading the pressure from behind, and getting the dump off. Free yards, a free 15. Give me that all day long.
To your boy.
Holla if you hear me. Steps up.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. All right, here's my guy, B.I. Again, Sayin evades the pressure, feels it, rolls, bang, back corner, only where his guy can catch it. Again, that's where he throws the ball. He does not put it in harm's way. He does not throw contested, balls. He doesn't have turnover-worthy throws, which is a stat that PFF uses. He puts it where one guy can catch it or it's incomplete.
Yeah, as ball placement is better than anybody else in college football. I mean, he shows it every week.
Yep. So, yep. And B.I. finally getting his first touchdown of the year. About time. Love to see that. What else? We talked about the RPO, short passing game.
10 different guys caught passes.
Good point. Yep.
We played a lot of young guys. Young guys got in early. Just kind of sprinkled in.
Yeah.
Which is good. I like that.
Yeah, JJ 13 targets, 9 catches, a quiet 100 yards, 97.
Do you think they kept? Do you think they kept Sayin in a little long though to get that last touchdown? Do you think they're doing a Heisman push?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. And that's why he's third or fourth, depending on what book you look at, in the betting odds for the Heisman. Tate, 7 targets, 6 catches, just 111 yards and 2 touchdowns, not to mention the one where he got his head knocked off. Bo Jackson, he's becoming a weapon in the passing game. 5 targets, 5 catches, 57 yards.
With that video, Joe, it's perfect. I mean, just those dump offs. When they got guys freaking out, going deep, and they're bracketing Tate, they're bracketing Smith, that dump off will be there all day.
Yeah, exactly.
And get him in the open field. Get him a dump off at 5 yards and let him get open field against a DB or a linebacker. Right. Yeah. Bo's getting 15.
Right. Claire with 5 on 5. B.I. with 4 targets, 3 catches for 26 in the touchdown. What else? Oh, we got to talk about this. Okay, so Carnell Tate and Julian Sayin they could battle or tie for that offensive MVP this week. The highlight reel touchdown catch by Carnell is pretty fucking amazing. So I don't know how you challenge that, but that's what happens when teams want to continue to tilt their coverage over Jeremiah. We've seen it, for like a whole season now. Red zone and rushing attack are 2 things that we need to talk about. Do we have a new RB1?
I think it's Bo Jackson. I think it's been Bo Jackson. I think it stays Bo Jackson.
Really?
I think by default, I think it's Bo Jackson, but I'm not 100% sold on him either.
Now, is Isaiah West going to get more love, more touches? Yes.
Or is he just the flavor of the day?
No, I mean his performance, Joe, they're going to move him. He's going to move up, and he may have passed Peoples in the depth chart.
It looks like he did, right?
Yeah, I would say yes. He's at least
So-
RB2.
Yeah. So, I mean, but Donaldson's still going to get his short yardage goal line stuff.
Right.
I don't think
Sure.
we're coming off of that yet.
And I would argue against Donaldson if somebody really wanted to talk about it.
Oh, I got no problem with somebody moving past Donaldson. I don't think he's explosive at all. I think he's a big body that knows how to score touchdowns, get down in the goal line area.
But
I
I could make an argument that he's not that great in short yardage and goal line because he does not break tackles.
you could finish my sentence for me.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's exactly what I was saying, Joe. That's exactly what I was saying. He's, for some reason, the coaching staff feels he's our best inside runner down there in short yardage.
I think it's his experience. Because he's the elder statesman.
I have no problem with other people getting that look. Yeah, I would like to see maybe give West and give Bo some of those carries. Keep whoever's in there getting down to the 5-yard line. Don't take him out and bring in CJ. Let the dude finish the drive. If you're gonna run the ball with the guy you got going down the field with. If you're gonna throw the ball. But you don't need to force feed just because CJ comes in. Say, we're giving it to 12. We know 12's getting it because this is the only time they give him the ball.
Yeah. So I have two stats we can compare all three running backs: CJ, Isaiah West, and Bo Jackson. Two stats that I look at on PFF that are pretty accurate. Force missed tackles. So are you breaking tackles? Or you can look at yards after contact on average. So CJ Donaldson has 60 snaps, 60 rushes on the season, 2 force missed tackles, and 2.38 yards after contact.
Now you got to qualify that a little bit because when it's second and goal from the 1, you can't get any yards after contact.
I get that. So that's fair. But to compare the force miss contacts, the force miss tackles are important because I think that those don't matter where you're at on the field. Right? So Isaiah West has 6 in only 21 rushing attempts. 6 already. He had 3 this past week against Wisconsin. And his yards after contact in that Wisconsin game, 3.78. That's much more than the touchdown hog, C.J. Donaldson. But then Bo Jackson, he has 68 rushing attempts and 13 forced missed tackles. An average of a 4.81 yards after contact. Now, you're looking at a much bigger sample size for Bo versus Isaiah. Again, Isaiah just 21 attempts, and outside of the Wisconsin game, those were all garbage snaps, right? So if you're looking at just the Wisconsin game, Isaiah had the 3.78 and 3 missed tackles. So
which will give him more touches, I think. Which he's earning, he's earning a bigger piece of the pie as far as.
That's how Bo Jackson got to the spot. Bo didn't start the season out as number 1.
Sure.
He worked his way to it, and it seems like he's plateauing a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And let's keep the heat up.
Maybe it's the ankle. He had the ankle last week, so maybe he's still maybe not 100%. But Ryan Day talked about the running attack this week. He said where they're falling short. He said, "I really don't want to get into pointing fingers." He says that because he doesn't want opposing teams to focus on what they think is wrong.
Oh, yeah, but they know the weak spot. They know where it is, though.
They're not going to tell everybody, though, which is smart. But he said, he continued on, we've got to be more consistent in terms of identifying who we're going to and using the technique to block them. He said, we abandoned our technique recently. And what that's really come down to, he says, I don't think it was really an issue of the running backs not identifying the hole. What we can't have is guys running free in the backfield. That's unacceptable. Defenders is what he's talking about.
Yep.
And I agree. I mean, you can't. So that leads us right into the right guard situation.
Oh, yes.
Right?
That's why I had a hunch.
Yeah. So the rotation at right guard, Tegra Shabola versus Josh Padilla. Is there a permanent switch coming? Ryan Day was asked whether they're considering starting Padilla over Tegra, and he said, we're going to look at everything. We're looking at the stats, figure out who and what gives us the best chance to win, all things we're evaluating. So sounds like everything's on the table.
How are you Ohio State and you don't on that roster have a serviceable guard?
Well, they have one. The pride of the 419.
Yes. I don't think he is the issue in this equation.
No, the right side is entirely the
but
issue.
I would think they'd have three guys that you could put in there and are going to be all right. Not a complete train wreck.
A lot of these guys that we've had, these fringe, some of them even Ohio guys, we were picking up at the end of these recruiting classes the last couple of years. These are they're all projects. Well, a lot of those guys end up leaving. You know what I mean? A lot of guys have left and transferred. Your Zen Mikowski's and all those guys, people like that. So I think we got these freshmen coming in. Padilla's one of the last guys. Probably was he a sophomore or junior? Sophomore. So I think Shabola's one of those guys that was. I think we're working him out, working Padilla in, and the recruiting seems to be picking up as far as quality. But I think we have a lot of freshmen still, freshmen and sophomores that probably by next year should be adding depth.
Yeah.
Those Armstrong kids from what's up with those two?
Yeah, from
center. Lakewood, yeah, center in the guard.
Yeah, they're in the 2 deep, I would say, but that's about it right now. Ryan Day said, they're not going back to the running back position. We're not in a position where we're going to make a hierarchy. So it's just, I don't know, play who you want to play. There's no order. I kind of disagree with, I don't think that's real.
They have an idea who they want to give touches to, and
yes.
They don't. Yes. So
maybe it depends on health or something, But anyways, we got to talk about this defense in the last couple minutes. Silver Bullets are fucking rolling here, allowing just 144 total offense by the Badgers, 74 yards through the first 3 quarters of that game. Passing, they allowed 49 yards. So it's just they're executing at a top level that I don't think we've seen in years. I mean, this is much better defense than last year, right?
I don't know about much better because last year we had the number 1 defense in the country, but right. I do think you could probably say to this point better and adapts quicker.
Okay. As far as changing, seeing what the offense is doing, making the adjustments and stuff like that, they seem to come quicker.
Well, at least it doesn't look like Matt Patricia is going to need 3 years to create the best defense in the country. No. Like a previous coach.
We can counter move their moves much quicker and much more efficiently. Like when they change something on defense, the defense executes it the way they're supposed to instantly. It's not we get going at halftime and make adjustments. No, the defense can make those on the fly. It looks like, and they're executing them.
Right.
And the talent that he's working with is off the charts. But I do think that this Ohio State defense is the best in the country, and it's not close. And I do think with the teams in front of us yet, this could end up being a historic defense of all-timer that everyone talks about.
Well, we haven't played a lot. I mean, as we saw Texas. Texas's offense is a shell of what everybody in the country thought it would be. Washington posed, what we thought posed a good threat. As the other defenses are being able to do that to them as well. We still have 2 offenses to play that will really test us and really find out how good we really are. And that's them fucking scumbags up north, and then them Hoosiers come Indianapolis. So, that's I wish we had Oregon on schedule this year. I would like to see our defense against Dante Moore and the explosive guys he has.
That'd be a great game.
They'll be in the playoffs. That game still may happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
It could be a Big Ten championship game.
I just meant for us to measure. Yeah, for us to measure this year as far as because I talked to anybody down
go
here.
Through a season and you end up with like a 5 points per game average, that's ridiculous. I don't care who you're playing.
That's best since
ridiculous.
like 2000.
Well, they said the 41 points given up so far through the amount of games is equal to only the 93 Seminoles.
Yeah,
they've given up but they had a guy on the team. They had a guy on the defense called Derek Brooks. Might have been one of the greatest defensive players ever in college football.
How about their D line?
I believe 3 of them.
Wake, Christian Wake.
Wake. That might have been Darnell Dockett. That might have been 8 pros.
4 pros across the front. Yeah, exactly. And then their outside linebacker, he definitely went to the NFL. And then you got,
Ernie Sims. So I mean that '93 Seminole team. That's Bowden running.
Cameron Wake. My bad, not Christian. Cameron.
Anyways, so that's a historic defense. We're on par with these historical great defenses.
Yeah, the points per game stat 5.86 is best since 2000.
I talked to the SEC fans down here. It might be a Georgia fan, or maybe a Bama fan, or Florida State fan, or Miami fan, whatever. They all say, "Well, you guys don't play nobody."
You can't say that anymore.
Well, what is Texas? That's all I get.
They're repeating stuff they heard 20 years ago.
Yeah, y'all ain't playing Oregon this year. Y'all ain't playing Oregon this year, which you haven't played. And then they say Penn State's trash. Everybody's down. Texas trash. You guys don't do nothing. You're not playing anybody. So we have to show this defense against Michigan. We have to show this defense against Indiana to get nationally to respect. But we don't care about the respect. We don't need that. We just need to win titles. But we're just never going to get it until we play against those quality teams.
Yeah, I got a comment from Stephen Cherry that just triggered me. I got a video of K-Mac and Arvell here against the run. Watch this. Watch K-Mac right in the middle, right in that A gap. Sets him up. Arvell takes him down. But Stephen Cherry's comment was, he said, Arvell, Reese, Caden McDonald make this year's defense better than last year. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yep.
And Curry.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we had 3 guys with sacks. It was Curry. Was it K-Mac? Where's my list here? I just had that. Kenyatta, Caden, and Arvell. So, yeah. Let's rifle through these comments real quick. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if we wanted to put pressure on them, we could have, I think. I mean, it's like we didn't do a lot of blitzing. We didn't try to really pressure that quarterback. We wanted to sit back and let him throw it to us. Yeah. I think we could have, if we wanted to dial up pressure and just go after this dude, we probably could have had 6, 7, 8, 9 sacks.
Sure. Yep. Trackside had the first comment in, is the red zone offense a problem? Yeah, we need to continue to clean that up. Take too many field goal attempts and occasionally missing one. Not great, Bob. That's
what happens when you keep kicking it. Yeah, you eventually, you don't have an All-American kicker that's going to go, 20 for 20.
Yep.
We got it. That's got it. When talent equates in these playoff games, and maybe whether it's shitty somewhere or whatever, we got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball when they know we want to run the ball.
Last week of November, you're definitely going to need to run the ball.
Yes.
Stephen Cherry, go Bucks. Jeff, Joe, Sean. I should be first in that list, Stephen, always. It's Joe, Jeff, Sean.
Don't worry about it, Steve. You're right on.
Right on, Steve. Fuck him.
Stephen Cherry says, are we done with the Tegra experiment? It seems like it's not an experiment. It's been starting for 2 seasons, but yeah, I'm done with it. Oh, thanks for reposting the stream on X, Stephen Cherry. The best. Stephen Cherry says, love the Aaron Scott hit to end the game. I love the violent nature of our defense. Yeah. It reminded me of Josh Proctor against Wisconsin in the playoff, or the, the
Big Ten title
championship.
game. Yeah.
That was a way to end it.
Yeah. Night.
Stephen Cherry says not buying the Notre Dame hype machine in week 7. Check back in January.
They're going to be in. There's nothing going to keep them out.
But do they win throughout the playoffs like they did last year? They got lucky with Georgia having a backup quarterback.
You know, the way things fall, if you only got to win one big game, which I think is the way it fell for them to get to the championship.
Yeah, right. Maybe what if they get the what if Notre Dame's first round they get the
Big 12 champ,
get Arizona State backdooring their way in,
or the AAC champ.
That's what I'm saying. Like not the Power Four,
right.
but the biggest
ACC, yeah.
And we don't know who that might be. I mean,
right.
Boise or who knows?
Exactly. Yeah, Stephen Cherry says Jackson and West are our top 2 running backs. Peoples and Donaldson just aren't Buckeye level running backs. Stephen Cherry says coaching predictions: Florida gets Lane Kiffin, UCLA James Franklin, Penn State PJ Fleck. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's really throwing him out tonight. And then Vatek gets Alex Golish. If I were Golish, I wouldn't take that job personally. But
why Lane? He thinks Lane will leave Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Is that rumored? Why?
He was the first call Florida made. That's confirmed. Stephen Cherry says hearing a lot of chatter from Penn State fans wanting Hartline. I'm sure because you guys haven't had a receiver in like 20 years, man.
You just stole our D coordinator. Now you're gonna steal the O coordinator?
He's not going there. Why would he fucking go to Penn State? Good luck getting somebody from South Florida to go to Happy Valley. Yeah. All right. And we talked about Stephen Cherry's Arvell Reese Cade McDonald comment. So, all right, boys. Excellent show. Appreciate you guys. I got to get to dinner with a beautiful blonde Canadian woman. Yep.
Whatever.
Jeff.
Yeah, maybe I get to meet her someday, Joe. You know.
Yeah.
You want to keep fucking talking about her? Go gallivanting across the country, across the world with her.
You're gallivanting.
Thanks for your.
He's gallivanting and secreting all over this podcast.
I know.
Who isn't?
God forbid the people. God bless you, the people of Mexico.
Don't drink
it's
the
free
water.
Country, man. It's YouTube.
Don't drink the water.
There are no rules. All right.
All right, Pete.
Is that all you got from? Is that all you got for me? Nothing else?
That's it.
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water.
All right. Thanks. Anything else? All right.
No. Get healthy Buckeyes this week. Get some recruiting done. We got all the assistant coaches on the road right now. Let's go sign some more fucking 5-stars. Reload.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Love it. All right, guys. Appreciate you, Jeff and Sean.
All right.
Bring me some tequila. Later.
Okay. They sell that in stores up there, you know. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Give me the worm.
Go